Are they typing in lobby chat? Guys, does anyone have direct communication with Veloce or Oxygen? If they're typing in lobby chat, I've got it disabled. I'm not going to see that. They are. Oh, for goodness sake. Can somebody tell them to just play? I can't read lobby chat. Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you, whoever did that. Because, yeah, I've got my chat turned off just in case anybody typed something that they shouldn't type. Obviously, my quick chat is on because toxic quick chat is always going to be encouraged in this format. But yeah, players, if they want to get me to see a message, they have to message me on literally anywhere except the in-game lobby. They could message me in party chat in-game. They could message me on Discord. They could message me on Steam. They could write at JohnnyBoy me in my Twitch chat. Probably DM me on Twitter. I'd maybe even see that, but I will not see the in-game chat. That is the one place that they will not be able to get my attention. But it's all good. We're underway with Game 1. Oxygen with their new roster and Veloce with theirs, both making it into the winners final for this quadrant of the bracket. Winner will advance to the actual tournament, and the loser will have another shot tomorrow to advance in the loser final. So both teams definitely in a good spot. This bracket's been the most surprising of them all because Mouse are really expected to make it past that round 1. It's a great chance. Oh, I don't know if Cassio knew just how open that was. Obviously, you never want to take your time with clearing an infield pass like that. They're 5 Fennec. Wait a minute. You guys are right. Flame's the only one not playing the Fennec. It's the Fennec takeover. That's a great pinch center ball. Oh, how about that from Archie? He just got that to bounce perfectly. And now Archie finding Cassio. Archie, new boy for Veloce. He's putting on a great show recently. His team obviously made it a great run into the spring series. But now he's switched roster over to Veloce, and apparently he's been popping off today. This is my first match from his that I've casted. Same for Oxygen. This is the first time I've casted either of these guys today in this format. But Archie is still popping off. Can he carry his team more than Astro will? And you know, I'm not saying that Chaussette, Farah, Flame, Cassio need to be carried. It's just that Astro and Archie, they're the two guys who we're all going to have our eyes on today. They're the guys who are stepping into the roster for the first time. And Archie as well, coming out of nowhere really for a lot of Rocket League fans, because even if you are following the competitive scene closely, he made a very quick rise. And now suddenly he's dominating. He's making plays at the very highest level of competition. But I do think Oxygen are going to have favorable matchups in every single round of this particular series. Archie in the last round that they played, he lost 2 1v1s in a row to Louis P. I reckon Astro's probably going to do the same to him. So that means that Archie, Flame, and Cassio, they need to win every 3v3 and 2v2 in this if they're going to come out on top. That's just what I expect to happen. Maybe they could prove me wrong. Oxygen do equalize off a strong 50-50 challenge. Farah won the race to the mid boost there. Pops it middle, but that's only going to go as far as Cassio. And this hasn't been like any of the other... it's not been like any of the Vitality games, really. You know, you're looking at Oxygen to be as confident and to be as dominant in the 3v3 as Vitality were. But they've definitely not got the same amount of pressure as Vitality do. In fact, so far, it's really been Veloce who are putting on more of the pressure. That was a great interception by Farah, turning an infield pass into a chance for his team. But overall, I will say that Veloce, at least in this first game, they've had the advantage in this 3v3. They've had some really good chances, took one of them. They definitely look like they're gelling well together. After the recent acquisition of Archie, as Farah rattles the crossbar, Chaussette follows up, he misses, but that might play into their favor. Astro, of course, air rolling at every opportunity. Little pass down towards Farah or Chaussette. Not really sure who that pass was aimed for. There's an extended period of pressure now for Oxygen. Let's see if they can get anything out of it. They have to watch Astro, of course. He's the most surprising player on this Oxygen roster for sure. He's definitely been just simply one of the best threes players in the world for quite a while now. Obviously, Chaussette, I think at some point last year, you could make a case that he was the best threes player in the world when him and the reciprocity lineup that now is Oxygen, when they were dominating. But that's been a while now, you know. Oxygen been through some troubling times, made a roster change as a result. But maybe this is going to reignite Chaussette and bring him back up to the highest level of competition. We all know that he's capable. It's been a relatively quiet game overall though for Oxygen. They've been improving as we've gone on. You know, these misses they're leading to center balls are quite dangerous for Veloce, but they're getting away with it again and again. Final 10 seconds of the 3v3 regulation time. Astral flip resets it into the corner. No way through this Veloce defense though. Veloce always have been known for their defense. But this is huge. If Veloce can win the threes, then I think they really do have a chance in this series. If they don't, I don't see it happening. Ones is going to be a bad matchup for them. Demos raining in all over the place. Flame next up on the play. It's a decent pass, but Archie couldn't get around it. Pinch clear by Oxygen. Oxygen are getting better and better as this match goes on though. At the start it was the majority Veloce in terms of pressure and chances to score. Since then Oxygen really started to take control. Oh, that was deadly though. Farah didn't get a good 50-50 on the goal line. Chaussette gets it away from danger. Astral first to the center ball. It's a chance for Farah. He sends it into the corner though. Really missed it, the shot there, Farah. Unable to put it on target properly. Cassio with a double off the corner. Sends that the wrong way. Tough read. Really, that had to be the best opportunity of the game. Farah, uncontested shot. Oh, a little bit of a team bump though, and now Chaos is in the Oxygen defense. Corner wall pass into the middle. Boost is really running out right now for Oxygen. Veloce trying to keep the pressure up. That's another uncontested shot, but just gets saved by Chaussette. Archie comes in, he tried to flip reset it. Cassio denied by Chaussette. So many chances for Veloce there. But now finally Oxygen have stabilized in terms of boost. For a good while there, it did not look good for them, and it still doesn't look ideal. Flame testing them, bump on the way out from Archie. He comes back around, ends up shooting the ball slowly at Chaussette. Veloce will be disappointed if they don't get a win here. They've had so many chances at the end of the game. A credit to Oxygen. They were boost starved on multiple members for a long time there. But they were doing a lot with what little they did have. Farah air rolled. You guys noticing everything today. Phenomenal Twitch chat analysis. Well played. Cassio has options. Decides to go to the right. Oh, it's a heavy pinch though. I don't think he meant to do that. It's back into the middle, but it's more of a pass towards Chaussette. Flame decides to go for it anyway. Are Veloce overcommitting here? Oxygen have hung on for so long defensively. Veloce just need to stay calm. They're, you know, getting chances to win this game. They don't need to force the issue. Just a natural run of play seems to be working fine for them. It's a good drop down by Astral, but the bounce clear will go over Chaussette. Oh, risky play by Farah. Went for the infield. It stayed away from the last man though. Oh, no, wait. Almost a goal out of nowhere. And now Astral into the middle. Cassio struggling for boost here on the last few plays. And Chaussette into the top left corner. Takes the game for Oxygen. And it wasn't an easy one, but they got the job done. Great speed there by Chaussette. The pass was accurate, but it left a lot to be done. Flame couldn't get there in time. Oxygen with Astral on the roster, showing up here. They're definitely favorites to qualify for the tournament from this position. I'd be very surprised now if Veloce can come back, because they're probably going to have to play against Astral in 1v1 2 times before this series is over. And that's not a matchup that I see Veloce having much of a chance in. It looks like Farah and Cassio are going to be the ones to drop out. So it is going to be 2v2 with the rosters that have been playing the 2s rounds for all day for these teams. Archie and Flame against Astral and Chaussette. You know, if Oxygen win this one, then I really see no chance for Veloce. It would be unbelievable if Veloce can come back from and reverse sweep an Oxygen team who have Astro playing 1v1. You know, I say they've got Astro playing 1v1 because he has been playing the 1v1 today, but Chaussette also has a 1v1 background. Farah as well, actually. I mean, less recently, but all these guys are capable. I think Chaussette would be the realistic substitute to take in because Farah, although he did play ones way back in the day, been quite a while since I saw that. Honestly, I don't think it's going to be necessary. Flame makes it 1-0 though. Double touch over the top of both Oxygen defenders. Astral fell off the post, dropped onto the ground, and that left the backboard undefended. Really nice placement there by Flame. He didn't have a lot of speed to work with on that rebound. He still managed to slot it in above both goalies. Definitely a position that Oxygen got themselves into, though. They could have handled that before the shot even happened, as is the case with a lot of twos plays. The mistake is very often letting the shot happen in the first place. Farah has been playing ones recently. Ask Jesse, what has Farah been beating Jesse in ones? Is that what's been happening? I've not caught any of those games myself. Nice little boost steal there by Archie. You know, it's strangely a lot safer in 2v2 to make a boost steal or a demo play in the back corner than it is to make a challenge on the ball. And it might seem a bit strange, you know, leave the ball unchallenged in favor of stealing boost. That's usually considered a misplay in a lot of positions. But in twos, if you have backup, it's a pretty safe play to make, and the other player will often panic. And look at that, Archie makes it 2-0. And it is that back corner pressure. These boost steals are starting to stack up. We saw there from Flame on the way out, nabs the boost, demos the other player. There's no pressure in the ball from Oxygen, and Archie's able to beat Astral at a near post, 2-0. Have either of these guys lost to 2v2 today? I don't think they have, if I'm not mistaken. Almost a nice aerial shot there from Astral. I mean, it was a nice attempt, but the angle was too hard. Archie pre-flips into position. It's a little bit too much for even him to pull off in that one, though. Oxygen really not seeing a clear way through here. You know, this was a problem for Vitality in their 2v2 games as well. They just didn't have a reliable way to break down the defense. You know, Vitality were certainly confident, but Oxygen don't look confident at all. This is very one-sided now. 3-0. Archie makes a challenge, and look how much time he has to put that into the net. Where's the second man for Oxygen? Challenge is about to go down. You've got to be ready to follow up on that. But credit where it's due. Flame and Archie showing some great synergy here. Oh dear, looks like no. Okay, that threw me for a loop there. Did that not look like a DC? That honestly looked like a disconnect because he drove in a circle. I thought we'd had a DC from the lobby, which is pretty hilarious, but we're fine. Maybe I'm seeing things here, but that perfect circle by the player I happened to be watching at the time, it looked exactly like a disconnect. I was so ready to have to remake this game. But luckily that is not the case. We're still very much in this one. Although I say lucky, not so lucky for Oxygen. He looked like they could use a hard reset here. Infield just off the post. Astral's accuracy lets him down. You know, that's a shot that you can't really let happen if you're Veloce. And again, they're just letting Oxygen shoot from point blank range. You know, this one, they didn't try to let them shoot, but Archie's miss left Flame completely alone with almost no chance other than a crazy pre-jump to get a save there. Did I get admin mode for this? No, not for the qualifier. And the reason for that is because none of the other games in the qualifier are operating by admin mode rules. All the qualifier games, if there is a DC, there will be a play on. That is how it goes. You have to just play on through DCs. Obviously, if a player can reconnect, that is possible. Great save there by the crossbar on Archie's double touch. Yeah, that's just how pretty much, as far as I know, all of the big Rocket League qualifiers work as well. You know, if there's a DC, you have to just try and reconnect, try and play on. For the actual tournament, since we're not going to be on as tight of a schedule, having to keep things moving like we are today, hopefully we will have admin mode to enable pauses. Astral looking for the double. Still a chance for Oxygen. Good defense from Flame. Shellset wants to keep it alive and towards Astral, but Archie's all over it. That's a good read by Archie. He knew that the ball was likely to be kept in that area. Are subs on DC allowed? Absolutely. Well, not in the game that it happens. You can't DC and then have someone else sub in mid-game. Because then you could have strategical DCs, which would not be acceptable. But in future games, yes, you can. Well, look at this, guys. Oxygen coming back. It did look like a done deal for a long time here. Fake kickoff from Veloce. Followed up by a long shot. Hold on, Astral's off his line. And that's just an easy goal. You know, we saw this happen earlier in one of the Vitality games. But the cheating player here has to respect the long shot on a fake kickoff. Flame saw Astral creeping forward. Astral obviously expected a pass. He was moving into position for the interception. Flame just saw that coming, sent it straight on target, and look at this, it's another kickoff goal. So, wow, any comeback attempt for Oxygen is really out of the question now. I think, honestly, that is just a really smart play by Veloce, though. This might look silly to you guys, but that looked like Veloce just completely read what Oxygen were trying to do. I think what Oxygen were trying to do in that play is fake the kickoff on the diagonal spawn and then demo the cheating player of Veloce. Take a shot with the backman. But that obviously gets countered pretty hard by a shot on the kickoff, which is exactly what Veloce decided to do. Yeah, it's a kickoff we see a lot of the Spanish teams do. I've seen SRG do that in their 2v2 games. You'll have to watch out for that. We might see it again on stream. Fake kickoff on the diagonal into the demo straight down the middle. You know, it looks kind of silly when it doesn't work, but it can have a big upside. And when you're down 5-2 with 30 seconds left, you have to take a risk like that. So I don't even disagree with that strategy from Oxygen. You know, it might look like they're tilting and missing kickoffs at the end there, but honestly, they played their win conditions, so not a terrible idea. That is, however, going to equalize this series, and that means that 1v1 is up next, and I do definitely think that this has to be a matchup where Oxygen are heavily favored. Archie just lost 2 1v1s in a row in the last round that they played. Astral's been pretty dominant in ones today, so this should be a win for Astral. You know, people have been talking a lot about what game mode most upsets are going to be expected in. For me, I really don't expect there to be too many upsets in the 1v1 compared to 3s and 2s. I think 2v2 will probably be the upset, the game mode where there are most upsets, then probably 3v3. 1v1, I don't expect there to be many upsets at all. And, you know, this isn't a completely one-sided matchup. Archie does definitely have a chance. He's top 100 in ones. He's already got some 1v1 wins on the day. But he's definitely not on Astral's level, or hasn't shown that he's on Astral's level in 1v1. This is his chance. Maybe he can catch Astral. Tilting after that 2v2 loss. Should be 1-0 here for Astral. Nice placement. Had to dodge to the left after jumping so straight onto this one. But that's why you can't really go all in for a far post shot with not a lot of boost in the tank. Counter attack's just far too strong there for Astral. Now, we saw Archie play Scrub recently in a 1v1 show match, and he didn't fare too well there either. And, you know, I'd say Scrub Astral are probably expected to be quite similar in level. Scrub did sweep Archie, and, you know, I would expect a similar sort of outcome if Archie and Astral played a series, because Astral's mechanics are just so dominant in 1v1. He's just unbelievably fast and efficient. His offense is incredibly difficult to stop, and his positioning and his mind for the 1v1 game is a lot better than a lot of people expected when he first burst onto the one scene last year. Not many 3v3 mechanical beasts kind of as good of an idea of when to challenge and how far back to play from the ball on any given play, but this is a perfect example of it. Look at the timing from Astral right on the bounce. He comes in for the ball. That's the one moment in that play where Archie couldn't really do anything with it. And Astral's starting to extend the lead here. This is looking bad for Veloce. You know, the one thing that is beneficial for them in this spot is that they can, of course, have the pick for the next matchup, but then the downside is, what if Oxygen just pick 1v1 again and Astral does this a second time around? That's probably the play, in my opinion, for Oxygen to guarantee qualification to the tournament here. Astral's just on a rampage right now. How do you stop him? Archie was always going to have his work cut out for him in this matchup, but now it's even more so. 4-0 down within 2 minutes. Astral's looking to style on him here. Double flip reset. He couldn't get the dunk though. Archie with his first goal of the game, surely. Oh no, has he missed it? Okay. Oh, for a second there I thought Archie hit the post on a super open net, but he has put it in the bottom corner, barely. But that shows you how confident Astral's feeling in this matchup now. He's just trying to double flip reset. Shot that I haven't seen very often in high level ones matches. See plenty of single flip reset plays in ones. Definitely the game mode where those are most popular. Yeah, Astral doesn't need to play that fancy to score. He can do the simple stuff as well. 4-goal lead intact again. And Archie still really struggling in this matchup. Okay, there we go. That's 1 goal back. So Archie's at least keeping this somewhat close. A 3-goal difference in ones, if you have a good kickoff, is not that bad. So let's see if Archie can, like I said, have a good kickoff now. If he can stay somewhat even in that aspect of the game, or even ahead. Look at that. That was another opportunity. The kickoffs are swinging in his favor. You have to pay very close attention to exactly what Astral is doing on the kickoffs. Oh, that should have been a demo. Did Archie just try to predict Astral's jump? I think Archie just tried to read Astral jumping to avoid a demo. But Astral just didn't jump. Astral just stayed on the ground. Archie could demo him again here. This is a position that's really strong for him. He wants the shot though. It's just not going to happen. Crossbar saves Astral, and that is another goal straight down the middle. Pretty smart, play by Astral to just go into the goal there. No point challenging a shot from that range. You're going to get beaten to the ball. You might as well wait and see what happens. You maybe get a goal. And Astral now counters the kickoff that Archie's been winning with. Archie way too far to the right of the ball there. Just bounces off it. And he's looking pretty lost for what to do in this matchup. Just like I've been saying all game long. Astral delays his second jump. Decides to fake the flip reset play there. Go for a shot instead. Oh, he's just too quick, isn't he? Astral's speed is just tearing Archie apart in defense. Archie took way too long here. And it's these kind of positions that really impress me when it comes to Astral and 1v1. That knowledge, just to know that you can actually attack the ball in that position and get a goal. That only comes with a lot of time in this game mode. Archie just clearly didn't know that that was a position Astral could attack with and would attack with. Astral with the reverse wave dash. Is he trying to score in reverse here? I mean, he's just styling at this point. This has been far too easy for Astral overall. Archie has had a couple of plays, but I think his big opportunity that he missed was not getting that back corner demo that I talked about already. If he got that, maybe there's a chance for him to come back. My word. Astral with the ceiling reset. Pulls off a ceiling shot from the ground. Oh my goodness. How do you stop this, man? 9-2. And wow. Astral's pretty good at Rocket League. He's pretty good at 1v1 as well when he's not tilted off his mind. And yeah, that's all she wrote here. Archie down by 7. I really do see no chance back for him here. I don't even see a chance for him to win the rematch if it happens. Okay, well maybe if Astral starts doing things like this, it's possible. But yeah, I think the only way that I see Veloce winning this series now is if Astral somehow tilts. That's the only way he's going to lose the 1v1 rematch, which is inevitable at this point in Game 5. Should we even need a Game 5 for this series? Oxygen could, of course, just finish this one off in Game 4. They might just win in whatever matchup Veloce choose. And you've got to think that Veloce are going to choose the 2v2 because they did win that one. And Oxygen, they can just straight up win that. It's not a one-sided matchup at all. It's pretty much a coin flip, I would say. But, yeah, should Veloce take us to Game 5 here by winning the game number 2, which I assume is going to be a 2v2 pick by them, I really don't see any way other than Astral tilting. That's the only way that Archie's going to win this once. I mean, could... He's trying to take off for an air dribble in turtle mode. Okay, Astral. Reverse wave dash into the backwards goal. It's all too easy for Astral. It's just unfair, really, watching him play ones. I play ones, it really doesn't look anything like this. I'm sure a lot of you can agree. But yeah, there is obviously the one other option for Veloce. Maybe if Archie just decides that he has zero chance of winning this matchup, which, you know, might be the case after he's lost not just this 1v1, but 2 1v1s that happened in the last round. Maybe they bring in Flame. I know Flame used to be pretty decent in 1v1. I still think he would have very little chance against a player like Astral. Oh, you're joking. He's done it again. That's a double. Is that a triple reset goal? Hold on. Astral. No, he didn't get a third one, but I think the fact that he bounced off Archie's car, it's made his recovery faster and enabled him to put the ball into the net. So a little bit of help from Archie there, but Astral with multiple flip resets, just bringing it home for Oxygen. You know, like I said, this is why losing game 1 for Veloce is not really an option in this matchup. You lose game 1, now you probably have to play Astral twice in the 2v2, or in the 1v1, I should say. And that's not really something that you want to be doing. Astral, very good at 1v1. So let's see what matchup they choose for the next round. Astral has left the match. Whoever's going to be playing in the next match. Okay, Farah is back in. So we've got Farah and Archie here. Farah and Chaussette going to play a 2v2 this time. So there's a little bit of flexibility for Oxygen. This is what I was saying, that they've got the adaptability on their roster that I don't think Veloce have. Here we go, though. Farah and Chaussette against Archie and Flame. Archie and Flame did beat Astral and Chaussette in their 2v2. But Farah and Chaussette, of course, they're extremely experienced together playing 2v2, so this is going to be a new look for them. I think a bit more of a calculated approach. Obviously, with Farah on the field, you're going to have a bit more positional gameplay, less mechanical. But we'll see how that works up against Flame and Archie. We started off brilliantly against Chaussette and Astral. They were winning 3-0 before Astral and Chaussette started to close that gap. But yeah, I really do see Chaussette and Farah being a much more solid team defensively. Right as I say that, Farah misses a backboard read. So, not really proving my point here. Flame's very out of the game, but the shot was uncontested. Another one coming in. Chaussette's got the save there. Now, can Veloce scramble here? Farah might be looking for a bump. Oh, he's bumped the wrong player. Farah, you might want to drive into the blue car next time. That was your teammate. Now, we've got director camera on for this, but you can almost guarantee that Farah wanted to turn his ball camera off there and get a bump. Archie, no go with the reset. Farah's boost is dwindling though. Chaussette not able to get the ball too far clear. Looks like it's a pretty safe location though, even though it was close to the goal. Farah testing Archie with the air dribble, but Archie's aerial speed has never really been a question. Chaussette beats Flame to the ball though. And that's exactly how Oxygen were able to win the 3v3 round. Oh, nice bump. And I don't think Farah's touch has gone too far. Archie puts it in. But that's so smart. Look at the play here by Archie. Off the ball, he just turns around, bumps Chaussette into the corner, and that's not a bad read at the far post. Really nice play by Archie to keep that goal alive, to keep that chance alive, I should say. Yeah, Oxygen struggling in the 2v2 once again. Flame and Archie have got a good thing going on here. Can they send us into a Game 5? I mean, I know you guys would love to see a Game 5 just because you get to see more goals from Astral in the 1v1. So it's a win-win for everybody. Game 5 is good for Veloce because they're still in the series. Good for you guys because we get to see more Astral. I guess it's not good for Oxygen because it means that they lost another 2v2, but sending Astral in to win the ones for you is probably going to be a pretty good thing. OSM lost 12-5. Wait, who did OSM lose to? What series was that? That's absolutely ridiculous. They're not using an Astral in 2v2 because he might tilt himself. Very smart. Wow, that is actually so clever. I didn't even think of that one. He lost to Dement? Wow. I wouldn't have expected that one. I mean, Dement's a top 100 ones player, but OSM's a top 1 ones player right now. You've got to give him the edge in that one. Looks like he might have just crumbled under the pressure. So wait, is that series over? Is the OSM series done? The Sauce series? I mean, the reason that Sauce seed is so high is because OSM is supposed to win that. Oh, passing play not quite connecting there. Fair and shot set. Haven't had as good synergy as I expected here. Look at this from Archie. Slow rolls a shot past both of them. And I do pronounce that the Jesse way, because I know you might still be watching. Oh dear, fair and shot set. I will want to forget about that one. Not the best look for them, letting a shot like that go in. Yeah, Archie knew it was all about the placement in that play. He just had to make sure to get it past the last man. There was no way that they could catch up to it once it was over them, even if it was as slow as that. So Archie takes the boost, Josette takes his car out of the equation. Flame having a lot of success with his ground game in this matchup. But yeah, this is definitely a surprise for me. I did not think that Oxygen would lose twice in the 2v2 here. I thought maybe they would lose, like I could see them going 50-50 in 3s, 50-50 in 2s, and then losing the 1v1. That's how I thought this was going to go at best for Oxygen, or at best for Veloce. I thought maybe they would steal a 2v2 and a 3v3. But they're actually taking 2 of the 2v2s by the looks of things, which is not good for Oxygen in the context of the entire tournament, because you know, we just saw Vitality qualify. They look good in all 3 matchups. Now we're seeing Oxygen here. They look good in the 3v3. Not as good as Vitality though. And they look great in the 1v1, but their 2v2 is falling apart. It's another 3-0. And this time, there's only 50 seconds left in the clock. So Oxygen are going to need Astral to come back and basically clap again, because yeah, this 2v2 is just not working out for them. They need to go back to the drawing board on this. Now luckily for the EU teams, the tournament doesn't actually start till the 1st of June, so they do have, you know, they do have a little bit of time to figure out this matchup, maybe get a bit more practice in, because clearly they need it compared to their 1v1 and 3v3. But the North American teams who play later on today, they're not going to have that luxury. The North American tournament starts this coming Monday, so whatever you see in the North American qualifier later on today is going to be a very good idea of what the North American tournament will look like. That's the end of Game 2, or the end of Game 4 here. Second 2v2 also goes to Veloce, who are sending us into a Game 5 with a 3-0 destruction. Make it 4 off Oxygen. And yeah, I didn't see that one coming. I mean, if they won this, I wouldn't be too surprised, but to absolutely dominate like this, yeah, I will admit that is surprising, but I still don't have much hope for them moving forward. I really don't. Astral just looked way too good in the 1v1 matchup, but hey, let's see what's gonna happen here. Surely Oxygen picked the 1v1 here. Did they pick 3v3? No way, nobody's leaving. Are they picking 3v3? Okay, fair left. Ah, okay, yeah, they're picking 1v1. Yeah, they picked 1v1. I feel like if Oxygen picked 3v3 here, that would be way more risky, because yeah, I think they're the favorite in that matchup, but I don't think it's anywhere near as one-sided as the 1v1, where they are heavy favorites. So who are Veloce going to send in here? Is it going to be Archie again? Is he going to have to play 1v1 versus Astral 2 times and lose both? He had to play 1v1 in the last series twice in a row against Louis P, and he lost that as well, both times. It looks like Veloce are having a little bit of a discussion to decide who they're going to field for this one. Wait, Casio joins? Okay, I didn't think Cassio was going to be the player to join in here, but they are going to try something different, and I think this is smart to change the player. But man, am I interested to see this one. Cassio in the 1v1. If I'm not mistaken, I think Cassio has played one 1v1 series on my stream before, and he got swept. I don't remember who it was against, but I think he played once and he lost. That's a pretty good start. Oh, surely that's a goal. No, it's just off for Cassio. Aerial shot was too hard. Astral, I think, going to dominate here. Yeah, he's just got way too good of a flick for Cassio to have a chance with this kind of spacing, and this is the problem. Like, Cassio's going to have a hard time reading how far back he should be. Watching that goal from his POV, it's quite clear that he was way too far forward there. There was just no way that he was going to get a save. It was Ixo. Okay, Cassio lost to Ixo. That's fair. But man, Astral's popping off again. I mean, we saw it coming. Poor Cassio. What do you do? I think Archie probably just said, guys, I don't want to play another 1v1 against Astral. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. Somebody else has to play this one. I can't beat him. And then Cassio said, okay, I'll give it a go, man. But I don't think he's probably too confident in his ability either. Oh my goodness. Astral, stop it. Just stop. Poor Cassio. Astral steals his boost. He just flip cancelled out of a wall shot into an air dribble into a bump on the goal line. Oh man, I don't think anyone in the world saves that, but Cassio would it be my first choice to put in defense against that move. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, this is the downside of not having a really good ones player. Like, it's, you know, people have been talking online about what they expect from this tournament. Oh, Cassio's just missed an open net. I mean, he's got to be pretty tilted right now. Another open net. Okay, he puts this one in. If he missed that, that would have just been GG right there. I wouldn't have been surprised to see him just leave the lobby, but... Okay, Astral, a bit greedy there. Definitely a misplay by Astral to go for that boost. But yeah, like I was saying, a lot of people have been discussing online what they expect from various matchups in this tournament. You know, what matchups are going to be most likely to cause upsets, and you know, I think a lot of people mistakenly they think that 1v1 is a game mode where upsets are likely for some reason, but I couldn't disagree more. I think that an upset here, Cassio beating Astral, I wouldn't even give him a 1 in 20 for, maybe 1 in 20 for that happening. I wouldn't give him 1 in 10. I think Astral would probably beat Cassio 10 times in a row, whereas Veloce beating Oxygen, I think that could happen 3 times out of 10 in a 3v3 probably. It's just way more likely that the upset happens in the multiplayer game modes. Astral's just too good here. I don't see it. If Cassio comes back and wins, that would be one of the craziest upsets that I have ever seen in the history of Rocket League. I'm not even kidding. Dig is getting crushed. Wait, who are Dig losing to? You're joking. I thought Dig Joria's would be, or Joria's Dig would be just fine. Because, you know, although I'm singing praises for Astral's 1v1 game here, the fact that he has shown up and been this good is still surprising somewhat, because I've not seen him play ones in ages. I think Salt Mine was the last time I saw him play ones, and obviously he looked pretty good there up until the part where he started losing 5 games in a row. But yeah, the way that Astral's bounced back and just cemented himself already again as a huge 1v1 contender is quite impressive. Like, he is really looking dominant in this game mode. But yeah, Joria's for Dignitas, I thought that was an upgrade there. I thought that Joria's probably going to be overall performing better than Astral in the 1v1 for Dig. So, you know, Dignitas having a really good 3v3 foundation, solid 2s, Joria's in 1s. Like, they should win against pretty much everybody outside the top, like, 3, maybe 4 teams here who are going to be close to. Joria's lost to apparently Jack, man. Apparently Jack is doing work today. Apparently Jack is popping off. Oh, look at this from Astral. 8-1. 2 minutes and 49 left. Pre-flip, top corner finish. That is just disgusting. I mean, Cassio, at this point, I think he just, if a forfeit is the best play, surely staying in this game cannot be healthy for him mentally. You know, Veloce play tomorrow in one of the loser finals to try and qualify for the tournament. But with every goal that Astral's scoring, you've got to think that Cassio's confidence is just diminishing more and more. Like, I really do think that the best play for him right now is to leave the lobby. It's the most high percentage play for Cassio to qualify. Oh, Astral's giving him he's giving him a goal here. Astral feeling merciful. He's letting him take a shot. Cassio off the wall. Oh, that's a cheeky attempt. Are they going to play a freestyle 1v1? Looks like they're going to play a freestyle 1v1 for the rest of the game. Although, to be honest, watching Astral play 1v1 is basically a freestyle 1v1 to begin with. So, not really any change there. But yeah, Cassio, he passes up in the open net. He's basically forfeited the game here. I mean, he knows at this point there's no way that he comes back. He's going to try and score some cool goals. And hey, he's got one. Nice one, says Astral. Who said Astral was toxic? Quite clearly a gentleman. But let's see if we can get any more clips for this series before we're done with this one. Obviously, Oxygen have won. They're advancing. They have advanced, rather, pretty much. I mean, unless Cassio pulls a 180 on us and all of a sudden starts tryharding. Like, what? Okay, guys, this is where the 300 IQ move from Cassio comes out the bag. What if, you know, he scores 2 or 3, like, freestyle goals, Astral misses them all, and then all of a sudden, 9-5, Astral misses a freestyle goal, Cassio hits him on the counter-attack, game on. Cassio playing the long game here. He's going to try and sneak back into the series with enough freestyle goals. I don't know if it's going to happen though. Astral's pretty good at freestyle 1v1. Dig lost? Wow. Did Dignitas really lose to Stormtroopers, right? That's crazy. What were the games? They lost 3-1. Which matchup did Dignitas win? And what did they pick for Game 4 that they lost? I mean, Dignitas must have picked the Game 4 match that they lost. So what did they choose? Last game 4-0? What? They lost the Threes game in Game 4? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like 3v3, I feel like there's more likely to be upsets in 3v3 than 1v1 in this format. I really do. And I mean, that result definitely plays into that narrative. I'll give you guys a full bracket update after this game is over. We're going to watch for another 35 seconds, see if Astral can score another clip here. Stormtroopers are pretty good. I see why Flake's team got swept. Yeah, Stormtroopers they're the real deal. They're legit. I mean, they had a good run in Spring Series qualifiers. They've got a very, very good 1v1 player and apparently Jack. So, if they play well, which they clearly are, they're not an easy team to beat. Far from it. But yeah, there's going to be upsets in this format for sure. Let's see. Can we get one more clip from Astral before we're done here? Tries for the mind game. Cassio's going to get one more attempt. Right, Cassio. Let's see if he can go out with a bang. Okay. He's just going to go for a flick. Astral doesn't like the sound of it. Infield from Cassio. Infield again. And hey, that's pretty good actually. I wasn't too sure about the style points he would get for this when he just started dribbling on the ground, but that's pretty cool. He's just gone both ways. He went left, right, and left again. So some nice goals there from Cassio. GG, says Archie. Good little navigation past my blocking of in-game chat there by Archie using the party chat. Very smart. But yeah, GG's. Oxygen advance. I'm going to go ahead and update the bracket, or refresh the bracket, and we'll update you guys on all the other matches that are happening. But yeah, this hasn't updated because obviously it just happened. But I mean, when about 3 minutes ago, you probably could have put a 3-2 in there for Oxygen and you wouldn't have been wrong. It would have still been accurate. This game has been over for so long. Stormtroopers, they beat Flake's team, randoms. They've just beaten Dignitas as well. Look at that though. 9-8 in the 1v1. Apparently Jack clutched that series for Stormtroopers by beating Jorias 9-8. What a game that must have been. And in the 2v2, they won 4-1 actually. Dead Monster and apparently Jack beating Yukio and Panda pretty badly. And 4-0 in the last match, which was 3v3. So Dignitas lost every matchup in that series. They lost 2s, 1s, and 3s. But yeah, guys, let me just go through the rest of the matchups here. Oxygen taking it over Veloce. Stormtroopers taking it over Dignitas. Endpoint 2-1 up against Canyons in the last update from that one. Let's see if that matchup is actually finished. It might have done. It looks like, yeah, John McDonnell's Happy Meal have lost to Barcelona. My boys couldn't get it done against Barcelona. That series, Barcelona took the 3v3 in overtime. They took the 2v2 in overtime as well. Breezy beat Devo in the 1v1 4-1. And then Ronicky... oh, wow, that's cool, actually. So very interesting series there between Barcelona and John McDonnell's Happy Meal. The only game out of the first three that JMHM won was the 1v1. They beat Breezy beat Devo. So they picked the 1v1 again, but Barca sent out Ronicky, and Ronicky beat Breezy. So a little bit of versatility there from Barcelona in the 1v1 matchup. That's going to help them a lot, I think. They've got two players who are willing to play ones. Mouse out. Oh, wow. It's triple trouble. I mean, it's a tough matchup, triple trouble against Mouse, but I would have given triple trouble the edge here because... I would have given Mouse the edge because I think they should win the 1v1 in that one. Although it's definitely not an easy one. I mean, yeah, Mouse just really not showing up today. They're going to be really disappointed with how they performed. I don't know what the individual scores were here. Let me see if I can find them out for you guys. Yeah, Scrubs Team Singularity, they've advanced. They beat Storybud. They did drop one game. It looks like the game that they lost was the 3v3, actually. So Singularity lost to Storybud in the 3v3, but then they beat them in the 2v2. Nolly and Tho won that one. Scrubkiller beat Rob in the 1v1. And then Storybud picked the 3v3 again. And that time, Singularity were able to win it. So nice play by Singularity. They won a game in all modes. They're going to advance. If you guys are wondering what's happening next on this stream, we're going to be casting Stormtroopers against the winner of Canyons and Endpoint. That's right, one of these three teams will be qualifying to Fusion EU today. Dignitas sent to the lower bracket. They won't be playing again until tomorrow. These round 2 lower bracket matchups start tomorrow. But that's wild. We've got Dignitas down there already. Solary are down there. Mouse are already eliminated. There's some big upsets here. SRG, looks like their matchup has yet to be finished. So we're still waiting on the result to come in there. It's not being streamed, so I don't know what the result is.